and writes about
Understand?
the Caribbean. It's not just the Tempest. All the plays have a resonance in the Caribbean, and I think that's what we're just trying to show. It's nothing more complicated than that.
Lance did clarify. He says, but this pertains to his plans to come to Guyana. And I see. But let me go back to two comments prior to that. James asked, what age do you start identifying kids, and what is the selection process like for generating genius?
Yeah, we like to go at about 12, 13.
12, 13.
I mean, but the issue in England is that, I mean, this could be the case elsewhere, is that at the primary schools the kids do relatively well. They get let down in their high schools. So we try and our kind of sense is to keep the genius going, as it were. So we want to intervene just as they get to that place where it's going to be difficult. So I would have thought 12, 13. The criteria for selecting students, I do think that's a hard one, because obviously everybody thinks their kid is a genius, and probably they are. But I mean, we have to select, and I suppose what we do is we just look at how well they've done in their primary school, and can we maintain that? So we look at their scores at 11 and 12, and can they do it? Can they maintain that with us? Because we kind of set the bar high. So that's what we do. But outside of, I mean, there are some issues for us. I mean, for example, we're not able to deal a lot with students who have behavioural challenges or things like that. So we kind of can only select within the capacity that we can have, we can work with, and so that determines also how we have students. The other thing is we insist. We didn't really need to insist. It just happens that 50%. We didn't need to because our issue is that it's not an issue for us. But 50% anyway is for girls to come on our program. But actually, in our program, there's 70% anyway.
Mm-hmm. What was a defining moment for you at Generating Genius?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What was a defining moment for you at Generating Genius?
I think the defining moment for me was when one of our students, this is on the science side, one of our students turned around to me and said to me, look, if it wasn't for you, Generating Genius, he's at Bristol now doing biochemistry. He said he would be going nowhere. Just one statement he just made to me. He just said, look, Tony, as far as I'm concerned, if it wasn't for Generating Genius, I'd be nowhere now.
Wow.
And he was the first member of his family to go to university. When I met him, he was in harsh poverty. And I remember him saying it, and I met him when he was 10. And he said to me, Tony, you've got to get me out of here. That's the thing. That was his words. You've got to get me out of here. The second most proud moment was this recent Shakespeare Schools Championship, where, the curtain went down, and you could see the theatre was full. People were really excited about the plays, coming out buzzing. The kids had put on a great performance, and only a year ago I just got up out my bed and said I wanted this to happen. So what this was that the word made flesh. I had an idea, and then I was blessed to go out and I did the Lord's work. I went in there and realized it. So now I've secured my place in heaven, and I was happy.
I guess this underscores your concept about your principle about taking no for an answer and just doing what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, people will say to me, "Oh yeah, there's not everything you can do. It's not like I'm running around and everything I touch is gold." But I do think if you've got a good idea and you get on with it, you don't let those people come around you and keep telling you.
And it also says a lot about being surrounded by Guyanese, right, Tony?
Yeah. I'm married to one. I had to say that. Now I could actually go and be happy now.
Tony, if 5 years from now,
yeah,
you were sitting in front of me telling me about your accomplishments, What will you be telling me?
Oh, I can't. I don't want to tell you too much about that. But I mean, obviously, my daughter is a key element in all of that, making sure that, and I'm very proud that she's doing well, and we all want our kids to do well, don't we? So that's obviously key. But you know, I mean, I mean, I would have thought that just big amounts of children from poor backgrounds in the UK, in the Caribbean, you know, doing well, fulfilling their potential, as I had a chance to do, obviously unusually, but I had a chance to do when I was younger. So it's just more and more seeing that just happen on a bigger scale. That's all really.
How do you maintain the
project,
energy?
but it's just more kids, yeah.
How do you maintain the energy to do all that you're doing, Tony?
It's not really that energetic, you know. I mean,
Really?
Because I don't really. In fact, to be honest, I don't really think. I think you're making these things out to be sort of superhuman things. They're not. They're just one idea. Generate genius. It's not anybody. It's not anybody out there who these. But what worries me a lot is that we have people out there. We profile them as this and that. And to be honest, it's just basically having an idea and just getting on with it. As simple as that. I mean, it's not anything better or more. And so you don't necessarily need more or less energy. You just carry through what you want to do. And I'm lucky enough to say that what I want to do, I mean, there's another thing. I was always concerned about people who were in jobs that they hated. And I can understand that. I mean, so you need to get yourself in a place where you're doing things you really want to do. And I'm lucky to be able to do that.
I understand that, Tony, but how does being named one of the 100 most influential Londoners fit in with your philosophy that?
Because I paid them to put it. I know the guy who runs it. No, I mean, that's the thing is, that's interesting because I do know the guy who runs it, you know. So, you know,
well, Tony.
What I'd say is, yeah, maybe they could push me up to. I think I'm around number 70 or something like that. They could push me up. But,
it's good to have
certain people in there. I wonder why they're in there, but they're just in there because they look good.
It's beneficial to have good relationships, and so I must say that the fact that Lance, your wife, Adele, and I now know you, that Guyana might be a beneficiary of one of these Shakespearean plays. Is that accurate?
Yeah. I mean, Guyanese people are very nice. They take care of you. They're very good people. So no, they do. They are. I mean, Jamaica's tough up here, you know. We're still kind of wrestling with the plantation a bit here. It's tough.
When are you most happy?
I mean, but I do actually, and Trinidad as well. I mean, Trinidad is a good place for Shakespeare because you know that carnival is theatre.
Yes.
Know, and I actually think this would sit very well with and Trinidad at the moment have a lot of problems in their schools, some of their schools. And I know they've got some issues of gang violence, etc. And I think that, you know, something like this.
So Tony, now that we are winding down, when are you most happy?
When?
Yes. When are you most happy?
I suppose when, you know, when I see, you know, when I'm sort of doing a project, when I'm kind of working, when I'm working. It's got to be that, isn't it? You're kind of, because there are people who just do something and there's people who just sort of, maybe there's a mission thing. So if you're on a mission thing, then you're constantly working. Maybe it's a bad thing, but I like the idea of constantly working and then getting some recognition for that work. And so it's been an honor to be on. People don't usually call me on programs anymore. I think I'm kind of, you know, it's rare that I get called, you know. So
really? Well, I'm happy to have you so far. Lance,
I get called occasionally to do pundit pieces, but this length of time to explain myself, this is enjoyable, and I'm ever so grateful for you to do this. You will be blessed in the future.
Well, thank you, Tony. If you had a chance just a few more questions. If you had a chance to go back in time, what would you tell your 15-year-old self?
My 15-year-old self.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I would probably have. I mean, 15. So 15 was the turnaround point for me. So I think it was good that I managed that. No, you know, I mean, I'm happy with I'm happy with what happened there. You know, I mean, I would say just carry on the way I was, which was, you know, just keep focused on what I was doing. You know, and I would have probably just read a bit more, just done more stuff that I initially was doing. So I'm not really anybody who you need to sit down, Selwyn, and kind of examine in the psychiatrist's chair. Everything, all the potty training is in place. You know, there's no issues here that you can have.
So what are you most thankful for, Tony?
I'm thankful. I'm thankful that my mum's still alive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That I've got to give.
What's next for you?
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah. You know, we're just starting something new here.
Right.
You know, you can't kind of.
Well, I know you're a visionary, Tony. I know you're a visionary. You know, so there might be something down the pipe.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I don't know. I haven't really thought. I mean, I just need to find this, get on with this vision, and then make that kind of work.
Awesome.
We've just started it. We've just started the Shakespeare thing. It's big, and I want it to sort of grow. So I don't know after that where we go next. Who knows?
Lance said, "Gee, thanks."
Yeah.
And my last question for the evening is, what makes you laugh out loud?
What makes me laugh out loud?
Yes, sir.
I suppose something made me laugh. I mean, I suppose it's people. I hate to say it, but situations where people are in that. And I'll tell you a story which was funny. My wife was trying to flog, actually for her charity, some Jamaican rum to a group of Guyanese people from Bishop's High School. I'll name and shame them here now. And we were up against, what is it? Is it a bottle of, is it 13-year-old? What is it? 15-year-old thing. And so what I had, we got rid of the raffle, we got rid of the 13-year-old, whatever it was, 15-year-old Guyanese rum. That went quick. And then I had the white rum, which I brought from Jamaica, and I thought, well, look, at least we'll be able to get, and not one of them bid anything for it. They just looked at it totally different, as if it was mouthwash. And but then, you know, I mean, that made me laugh a bit, because I thought, here we go, you know, all this nationalism, you know, we don't really kind of, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we're all one people. As Charlotte says, if you cut me, do not I bleed, you know, please, you know, we're the same, you know. So next time, Guyanese people, make sure you buy some Jamaican rum.
Adele, any comments? Well, well, Tony, thank you. Thank you for a wonderful conversation.
All right.
I'll be looking forward to seeing that play, the Jamaican style, one day. And by the way, Tony, can you for one more time give us that web address for Generating Genius?
It's go on the website www.generatinggenius.org.uk, and then my contact is there, and it's Tony@generatinggenius.org.uk.
Lance said bottle of XM15.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever it was. But this was Ray and Nephew. I've got to do an advert for Jamaica. Ray and Nephew. Appleton also is quite good. So, you know, anyway, we're all one people, you know, one love.
Of course, one love. Good night, Tony.
All right, good night.
Take care.